I'm back. So first order of business, I have not forgotten about Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. The problem is I'm approaching finals week and I'm very busy doing things, so I haven't been really having the time to read Harry Potter as much as I'd like to. So just a quick update on my life. I'm nearing the end of my freshman year of college. Woo! I'm so excited. Finals week is coming up. I've declared my major finally, double in theater and biology. Be excited for me. Being in college, sensory issues can be kind of hard to deal with. Not only are you sharing a room with someone who might not get it that don't use the overhead light, that's too bright, or don't do this or don't do that, and you're gonna have to compromise. But you're also sharing a floor with people, so even when you have your room to yourself, you're still going to be getting in little traces of noises from other people's rooms, people's conversations, other things that people do in their rooms in college. So it's good to have some sort of backup stuff to help handle it. So what are some ways to combat sensory integration or sensory processing issues? The number one way that people tend to combat this is through something called stimming. So stimming, also known as self-stimulatory behavior, is the repetition of physical movement, sounds, or repetitive movement of objects common in individuals with sensory processing issues. You can stim independently of other objects by rocking back and forth, flapping your hands, or there are some self-injurious stims that I'm not gonna name because they're not something that you should be encouraging. But in addition to good old rocking back and forth or flapping your hands is a plethora of wonderful stim toys and wonderful textures that you can just go out and touch and things feel good. This is my big bag of stim toys. And fun fact, a lot of the time in videos I'll be playing with a stim toy and you won't be able to see it just because it's out of frame. Fun fact. So my number one favorite variety of things to stim with are Tangle toys. I have a lot of them because I got them in a 5-pack from Amazon and they're really great. They come in different colors. This is a shiny one, and this is your regular Tangle Junior. This is a shiny one. They come in different textures. So as you see, these ones are smooth. This one has different little bumps on each of the things. These are both rubberized. They're just different sizes. So of these, my favorites would probably be, this one is my number one favorite just because it's a perfect size to kind of take with you places. This one is my number two favorite for stimming in the privacy of my own home. This one is my number three favorite because I love the textures, and these two I mostly just kind of keep around for decoration or if I don't have any other ones. Because in my opinion, I don't like the smooth ones as much. I prefer the textured ones. If tactile input like that is not your preference, then I would go for the smooth ones. This is ARK's Crypto Bite Chewable Gem Necklace. Can you see it? So that's what that is. And I have it in lime green extra tough. It is exactly as it sounds. You put it around your neck and you chew on it. You're technically supposed to do it with your back teeth, but that kind of hurts for me, so I mostly just do it with my front teeth. This is definitely more of an at-home stim toy unless you are confident enough to go around chewing on a piece of plastic in public, in which case more power to you. I'm just not. It's great because it gives you, I believe the word is proprioceptive sensory stimulation in your jaw and in your jaw muscles where you feel it. They sell these in different colors and different firmnesses. You get them depending on how much you chew or what your favorite color is, and they have different other shapes as well, but the reason that I like this one is I could theoretically, if I'm having a really bad sensory day, I could wear this out in public and it would just look like an interesting piece of costume jewelry. I'm going to have links to all of these down in the description. I purchased most of them on Amazon, or even if I didn't, they're available on Amazon. So So this is Crazy Erin's Thinking Putty. For a long time, I was a devotee of Silly Putty, and nothing could ever match Silly Putty. Nothing was ever going to beat it. But alas, I'm so sorry, Silly Putty. I think you've met your match. Because in addition to providing a lot of great tactile input, this is in the color Scarab, by the way. So this has a lot of great visual input as well, because not only is it that purpley color, but when you hold it a certain way or hold it up to the light a certain way, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, it sort of shines a bit greenish blue, and that is great for visual stimming. So last summer, I worked as a coach in training at the NJCTS Tim Howard Leadership Academy, and they had big buckets of things to stim with, because think about it this way, you got a lot of kids in one place, they're all making some sort of noise that they can't control, and a lot of them also have sensory processing issues, so you put them in a room with people making a lot of noise. Stim toys aren't just a luxury, they're a necessity. And so they had like different pool balls that you could squish, different stress balls. Stress balls don't really do it for me because they're always the wrong consistency, but they also had little tubs of Play-doh. So this is pink and sparkly. The sparkly aspect provides a little bit of visual stimming, and it's a nice texture to hold in your hands, or if anything else, you could, similar to doodling, you could sculpt with this, and it's good to keep your hands busy while your brain needs to be focusing. So speaking of stress balls, I don't usually like them. I don't usually like stress balls because they're usually made of a strange kind of foam material, and the only reason that I would keep them around is to tear at that material, because that material is so fun to tear at. The problem with that being that's a waste of money and a waste of a stress ball. But I did find recently one type of stress ball that I really like, and you can see he's making a very strange face. So this is the Kawamaru stress ball. It's by a Japanese designer. And I actually got this for $1 at a flea market, and it's really great. It's like this very squishy kind of texture. It's soft and squishy, but it's got just enough give to it that it feels really good. In the same vein as my Play-doh and Thinking Putty, I have some homemade slime here. I will link the recipe that I use in the description. So while I'm at school, I mostly keep it in the bag. For obvious reasons, I don't want this getting into carpets or clothes, but when I get home and I'm able to play with it on a table that's nice and clean, and I won't be getting it in my carpet, it's so great. And it makes rude noises, which is always fun. This is a peas ice pack. I usually put it in the fridge because I have joint pain, and it feels really nice to have something cold on your joints. But it's also really fun to stim with because inside these things, they're kind of like Orbeez. You know those things, like you put water in them and they're hard plastic and then they get soft and big. And this is really nice to just kind of do this. It's very soothing. Okay, and the last two aren't really stim toys, but they're great for when your body is working against you. This is called the Wiki Magic Muscles Massage Bar from Lush. As you can see, it's got these little beans in it that provide a sort of texture, and you rub it on your skin and it provides a good base for either someone else to massage you or for you to massage yourself. And this is great for weight input. I can't give you a link to this because my mother made it for me. It's filled with lavender and rice, and you put it on your shoulders and it gives you some nice weight, so it can kind of bring you back down to earth when your head is floating into the sky. I also have some kind of unconventional things that I stim with that aren't marketed specifically as like stim toys. So like, of course, snapping a rubber band, or the rubbery edge of this, great to chew on and no one's gonna judge you. So I hope you enjoyed that video. My back actually really hurts, so I'm probably not going to make the second part of my video right now, but next is going to be a video where I talk about how I organize my planner and my bullet journal, which is a very popular topic on YouTube right now. So I actually have to script this one out and plan shots and stuff. So I hope that you enjoy, and keep stimming, friends.